Hello dear Saida Khanum and students. Today we are going to talk about food waste and how to solve problems that are the result of food waste. First of all, let me introduce our team and presentation plan. Our team is called Environmental Side and the team consists of three members. Firstly, me, Fuat Fataliyev, will talk about food waste and the problems it creates. Another member of our team is Asima Kotsareva. She is also captain of our team. She will introduce the cause of food waste and where to start to stop it. It's clear that if there is a problem, there is also a solution. And our last member, Mohammed Mahmudov, will introduce the solution. So, what is food waste? Food waste is food appropriate for human consumption, being discarded or left to spoil at the consumer level, regardless of the cause. Food waste occurs along the entire spectrum of production, from the farm to distribution to retailers to consumer. This waste is categorized differently based on where it occurs. First, food loss. Food loss occurs before the food reaches the consumer as a result of issue in the production, storage, processing, and distribution phase. Secondly, food waste. Food waste refers to food that's feed for consumption but consequently discarded at the retail or consumption phase. Food waste has become a global problem. It has an impact on both developed and developing countries, but in different ways. According to UNO, in the United States, 43% of all food, worth $161 billion, is thrown away each year, while this number is $103 billion in Europe. According to a report of UNO, in Azerbaijan produced 93 kilograms of food waste per capita, a total of 935,000 tons. In terms of food waste, Azerbaijan lags behind many countries and ranks third among post-Soviet countries after Tajikistan and Georgia. And now I would like to talk about the results of food waste. When we waste food, we also waste all the energy and water it takes to grow, harvest, transport, and package. And if food goes to the landfill and roads, it produces methane, a greenhouse gas even more potent than carbon dioxide. About 6%, 8% of all human caused greenhouse gas emission could be reduced if we stop wasting food. Food waste that ends up in landfills produce a large amount of methane, a more powerful greenhouse gas than even CO2. If you look at land usage, around 3.4 million acres of land, which roughly one-third the world's total agricultural land area, is used to grow food that's wasted. With agriculture account for 70% of the water used throughout the world, food waste also represents a great waste of fresh water and groundwater resource. It's said that a volume of water roughly 3 times the volume of Lake Geneva is used just to produce food that's not eaten. Also, we can see famine of any product. In our country, we have not seen yet any wide famine of products during the last year. But I would like to just give one example from the quarantine period. When the curve was applied in Azerbaijan, people started to buy more bread than they needed, and bread shortage began to appear. And now my presentation finished. We will introduce a short video, and after that my group mate Asima Kotsareva will continue.
Thank you, Fuad. Hello, everyone. I'm Asima Kocharieva. Today, I would like to mention some of the causes of the food waste and where should we begin to stop it. First of all, a lack of sufficient planning on the part of the customer is one of the leading causes of food waste. And when individuals buy a lot of food, they don't always plan ahead of time when and how they will eat it. People tend to modify their meal preparation plans or forget to use it on time as a result of busy schedules of work and appointments. Foods expire due to the circumstances beyond most people's control, and they are then thrown away. People also end up eating poorly prepared meals that doesn't taste good as a result of lack of appropriate planning, or in some scenarios, people prepare too much meal and the leftover and partially used food becomes waste. Another main reason of the food waste is that people sometimes don't pay attention to the replacement of the food in refrigerator. We can forget half-used food in the bag and we buy new one, and this food can be spoiled. And in the situation, food spread out some gases and the bacteria increase, so makes other food spoiled either. Another fact is that usually the overproduction and high prices also can be the major reasons for food waste. I saw lots of news on TV that farmers complain that they cannot sell all the harvest, so most of them becomes rot. Additionally, people don't prefer high-priced food, and these foods date expire, which again results with the food waste. So how can we solve these problems, or where should we begin to stop it? As you all know, everything begins from home, from the childhood, and the children are the fundamentals of the future generations. For saving the future life, we should start now from the basis of the problem, from home. The owner of the Bapipali's kitchen in California, Crystal Kipapu, says that one of the favorite food waste suggestions is to share leftover food with friends and neighbors. This not only assist home chefs in ensuring that their dishes don't wind up in the garbage after a huge supper, but it also aids in community building and communication strengthening. However, composting is the greatest remedy when food is no longer safe to eat or give to someone. Composting is not only decreasing the quantity of food that ends up in the landfills, but it also produces organic materials that can help to improve soil and reduce the need for artificial fertilizer. It's a natural process in that bacteria decompose food waste into a black, earthy, nutrient-rich substances that enrich the soil health. So also composting at home is not only eliminating food waste, it's also minimizing environmental impact by recycling the trash into soil nourishing compost. So now Muhammad will provide you with detailed information. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mehmet Mahmudov. Now I will talk about how to make all people to pay attention to the food waste. So the importance of problem of food waste needs to be brought to public attention. In all countries and here in Azerbaijan as well, food losses and waste are in most cases the result of consumer misbehavior, as well as a lack of communication between different players in the retail chain. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, or UNEP, Food Waste Index Report 2021, humanity wastes 1 billion tons of food every year. Stunning information. 1/3 of all food produced in the world is spoiled or wasted. It is estimated that reducing food waste by 15% could feed more than 25 million people in need each year. This evidence is there and hard to be ignored. Urgent reform of the food system is needed to overcome the planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and of course waste. In order to change consumer attitudes, it's necessary to include a mandatory item on the danger of food waste in the school curriculum of our country. School children need to understand that food loss and waste leads to a great waste of resources, including water, land, energy, labor, and of course finance. The composition of food waste produces methane, a powerful greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming and climate change. Therefore, given the limited natural resources, it's more effective to reduce losses than to increase food production to feed the growing population of Azerbaijan. The problem of food waste requires public attention. September 29th has been declared as International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste. On this day, it is necessary to conduct educational campaigns to prevent the formation of food waste in all cities and regions of Azerbaijan, as well as to implement composting programs. Through these programs, consumers can learn when food is no longer safe and edible, how to properly prepare and store food, and how to compost. Tax incentives should be provided to farmers who donate surplus produce to orphanages or nursing homes. In return, farms can sell fresh but unmarketable produce due to appearance at a reduced price. Restaurants, grocery stores, and food service businesses need to assess their food waste and implement best practices. For example, supermarkets may sell damaged products at discount price or offer half-off promotion instead of course, buy one, get one free promotions. Restaurants can offer smaller portions and donate excess ingredients and uneaten cooked food to charity. To draw attention to the problem of food waste, the UN Environment Programme was specifically created. The public of Azerbaijan should join the coalitions Food is Not Waste and Healthy Diet based on sustainable food systems within the framework of this program. To solve this serious problem in Azerbaijan, it is necessary to attract competent experts. For example, Asaf Asadov, an expert in the field of green technologies and bioeconomy, believes that it is necessary to increase investment in the yield of bioproducts and minimize food losses. Photovoltaic solar panels can be used as the main source of energy. It is also advisable to develop and implement solar dyeing technologies for vegetables and fruits as well. These technologies can solve the global problem of minimizing seasonal losses of perishable fruits and vegetables. It is also possible to use part of the preserved harvest for the production of dry therapeutic and nutritious natural food supplements. It will be very promising to use thermal and electric energy generated by the sun for this purpose, which will reduce greenhouse gas emissions and will also serve to significantly reduce energy costs. Azerbaijan, as an advanced and modern country, is actively involved in the UN program, which aims to double the reduction of food waste by 2030. We are confident that on this path, as in all undertakings, our country will achieve success. So, thank you for your attention. There are our references. Thank you so much, Saida Hanum. It was a very interesting project. I was very happy to work on our project with my team members. So thank you for your listening and have a nice day.